Good afternoon. We're coming at you again from ROFFS this Monday, August 15th, 2022, with another Gulf of Mexico ocean conditions update. Fortunately, a lot of the clouds that have been covering the eastern Gulf in this area last week, the end of last week, have cleared, moved west. There was a depression over here that moved west over Texas and southwest over Mexico. There are still some remnant clouds in this area as of early this afternoon on Monday, and this is a ocean color chlorophyll image from the past 3 or 4 days, just so we can see generally what's going on. Of note this week, you still have a clockwise rotating circular loop current eddy centered south of the dump site, south of the Mississippi Canyon, south of the Mississippi River Delta, that is circulating nice blue water up over Green Canyon, up over the ledges, over the dump site, southern side of Mississippi Canyon. It's getting all the way over towards the Atwater Valley now before it circulates back offshore on the eastern side of that eddy. It's very similar to the conditions last week. It still looks better to the west than it does to the east. Of note is the loop current, while it had been down far south, seems to have pressed back up, but it does still look that although some of the water is being pulled from the loop current around the southern side of the eddy, that the eddy is still detached. Also of note, in the eastern Gulf, there is just a ton of green water sort of being circulated around by three eddies, two counterclockwise eddy, one clockwise rotating eddy. Some of this green water is all the way down almost to blending to cleaner green and blue green as you get down west of the dry Tortugas and southwest of Key West. But there is just a ton of green water coming out of the delta, circulating around this one eddy, getting pulled down around the northeastern side of the loop current. Big, huge, massive green water from Atwater Valley over towards Lloyd's Ridge, getting circulated up over DeSoto Canyon by the second eddy, and then some of the green water getting circulated back towards the area south of Cape San Blas and the Florida Middle Grounds by the third eddy. You have a lot of clean green, the green water inshore, maybe some stuff cleanest at best over towards DeSoto Canyon and southeast of the steps. That's blue green in color, but within let's say at least 150 miles south of Mobile, Pensacola, Destin, Panama City, those areas, you will not find any blue water. We have been indicating areas on our analyses where the clean green water is and the cleaner blue green water is, with the temperatures later in the summer. Those areas where you find temperature breaks and color changes from dirtier green to cleaner green to blue green should provide some nice conditions to find wahoo, yellowfin, dolphin, maybe even some billfish. There probably will be white marlin and blue marlin in these areas, but the conditions do not look nearly as good as they do over towards the west. I mean, the bottom line is if you're fishing a tournament out of Mobile, Pensacola, those areas, and you are able to stay out there long and make it over towards this blue water south of Mississippi Canyon over towards the dump site, the Green Canyon, conditions to the west do continue to look much more favorable, particularly for billfish action, than they do east of the delta, southeast of the delta, like I previously said, all the way out to Double Nipple, Atwater Valley, Lloyd's Ridge, and DeSoto Canyon as well. There's probably more green water in there than we've seen in the past 15 to 20 years. So again, conditions look better to the west, south of the delta, southwest of the delta. Moving over further west, you still have a lot of nice water off of Aransas. You have a counterclockwise eddy up in here towards the East Breaks area. Cleaner blue water circulating up from Mexico off towards the area of Brazos Santiago Pass, east of Colt 45. all the way up here towards the dump site. Some of it being circulated in towards the hilltops area around the backside of this eddy. You have another eddy out here, which is southeast of the Flower Gardens area. This eddy, along with the first one, is helping this blue water originating from offshore to come all the way up in here, south of the Flower Gardens, Geyer Bank, Bright Bank, up over towards the Boys Head, Little Sister area, inshore, pretty close, 30 to 50 fathoms, and all the way down the line towards Big Southern, Aransas Bank, all the way down south towards the area offshore Brazos Santiago Pass, 30 to 50 to 100 fathoms before it gets pulled offshore around the backside of this eddy. Off of Aransas, you have multiple areas you can fish. You can fish this leading edge of the cleaner blue water and shallow. If you want to go further offshore, you can fish the warmer to cooler edges of the eddy, where you also have a blue to blended blue color change. Or best chances for marlin again are going to be further offshore, where the water goes blue-green to blended blue to nice dark blue offshore water. Again, if you would like to see where these areas are, you could always call ROFFS to order. Go online 24/7, www.roffs.com. You can always check out our social media outlets as well. Facebook and Instagram, our handle is @ROFFSFishing. That's about it for this week. Fortunately, like I said in the beginning, the clouds cleared over this past weekend, allowing us to see the conditions mainly in the east again. Like I said, this is a 3 to 4 day composite. Does look better later this afternoon, so hopefully for the upcoming Texas Legends tournament and the tournaments in the northeastern Gulf this coming weekend, hopefully we'll have some clearer imagery than we had towards the end of last week. That's it for this week. We'll come at you again next week. Tight lines, stay safe out there, and good fishing. Thank you.